everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go over a few of the YouTubers that I followed when I first started making wreaths. Some of them I had no idea how to make a wreath, and I wanted to learn how to do, just the basics, and also, what type of wreath to make. So I was looking for basically technically how to put it together, inspiration, what kind of wreaths, because you can make a million types of wreath just with a few materials. And also some people, I just like watching them do it. Some wreaths I was like, I'm not there yet, maybe one day. And then some of the wreaths that I saw, I'm like, oh, I can make that. But then I started calculating how much it would cost. I was like, I'm not going to do that one yet, because that one costs money. And when you first start trying to make wreaths, more than likely the first place you're going to go is Dollar Tree. They got the base frames, the round 14-inch. They have 8-inch. Sometimes they have the crosses. Sometimes they have the bicycle wheel, the one with the different, looks like spokes going throughout. And also Hobby Lobby, you can get pumpkin frames, some cross frames, the 18-inch, 14-inch, and then some smaller ones. You can get different types of frames. And they have a ton of mesh at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree typically only has like the 6-inch mesh. If you go to Michael's, they have, I believe it's 5.5-inch, and then they have the 21-inch. And Hobby Lobby had, wait a minute, they have the 9.5. It's 9.5 or 11.5. It's not 10. They have some 10 at Michael's, but it's like a 9.5, something like that, a half size. And then they have the 21-inch, and then they have like the tool type 5.5-inch, 6-inch. And then Hobby Lobby, they just typically has the 10-inch mesh. Then they have the 21-inch. So depending on what size mesh that you're looking for, I would go, starting out, just to learn the basics on how to put a wreath together, Dollar Tree. If they don't have many choices for the different types of mesh, I would suggest Michael's if you have one, because they usually have deals like buy 2 get 3 free, or buy 3 get 3 free, or buy 1 get 1, different discounts like that. Hobby Lobby, they have like, I think 30 and 40% off occasionally for the different meshes. And I love burlap mesh. That's my favorite type of mesh to work with. It's neat, even, clean, and it's easy to, work with. I like that one. That's my favorite one. If you go to Dollar Tree, the Dollar Tree mesh, it frays, so you're gonna have to learn different techniques. I think it's Michelle Smith. She has a way, because she loves using Dollar Tree materials, on how to make wreaths and not have it fray as much. So she is on my list of the top, well, I just put the top 5 wreath making channels that I used when I first started. But these aren't in any order of, oh, who's better than who. No, it's just who I found first and who I remembered off the top of my head. So I'm looking at my notes here in my trusty notebook. Number 1, Dave's Wreaths and Things. He's up in Canada. I love his channel. I watch his for technique and inspiration. His techniques on how to make different types of using burlap to make different like bubbles and crinkles and all that when you're trying to do the base for your wreath. He has whole videos of different techniques to use. So if you want to use a certain technique and you're not sure about it, check out Dave's Wreaths and Things. He more than likely has it on his channel. And he shows you different mesh to use, how to use them, how to use ribbon and the 6-inch Dollar Tree mesh. And I love his channel on just basically the different types of product that you can get when you're out there picking up supplies, and how to use it. So Dave's Wreaths and Things, he's the one that I watch the most now, because he's always doing some kind of wreath mist, or what's the other one he call it? Eastermas or Wreathmas, Wreathsters, something like that, where he do like 7 days during Easter making Easter wreaths, and 7 days during Christmas making Christmas wreaths, and he does that throughout the year. I think he had a Halloween, 7 days of Halloween wreaths one year. But Dave's recent things, I love his channel. He can show you how to make bows, how to make bases, and then just inspirational what type of wreaths you can make with different materials. And another one is Michelle's Smith Creations. She was one of the first ones I found. My very first wreath, I made it in, I think, 2022. And it was a Halloween wreath. And I had saw one of her videos. It's like, oh, a wreath. I can make that. I'm sure I can. Ran right down to Dollar Tree, grabbed all my stuff. And I was like step by step. And I just followed her video. And I made my first wreath, a Halloween wreath. But for inspiration and also technique, because I didn't know anything. I'm like, how you get that stuff to stay on there? And then I just watched all the videos and just followed along. And then I started, trying out different stuff myself. But very inspirational, and loved her channel. She's where I started, Michelle Smith Creations. Now, keeping it simple crafts. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous wreaths. She used stuff that I never in a million years thought about. A paint stick. I started making paint stick wreaths. One of the most popular, if not the most popular wreath video on my channel is my Easter paint stick wreath. And I watched her video, and that's where I learned how to do the paint stick wreaths from Keeping It Simple Crafts. And I love paint stick wreaths. I started getting fancy with it. I was like, I bet I can make a double paint stick wreath. So I got 2 paint sticks because I wanted it really wide, and it was huge. So I got a video on my channel on that wreath too, a double paint stick wreath. And she makes some gorgeous wreaths out of, I think it's a strainer, one of those strainers. I bought all the materials for it, and I never got around to it. I started planning all these different projects, and I only got so much time in a day, but I was working full time then, truck driving. But now, this is what I do, so I am going to start planning and prepping and doing more projects with wreaths and also sewing. Got all my sewing stuff right here. Got so many projects I want to do, and I've been so busy planning my trip and everything, but I am going to get to them. And that is one project I want to do. I got the strainer, and then she had all the floral and gorgeous wreath, and I'm going to make that wreath. The thing about some of the wreaths though, I don't really use floral too much. Floral is expensive. Even if you use floral from like Dollar Tree, it's not the best quality. If you're making a wreath for your door, or a gift for someone or something like that, that's fine. But a lot of people make wreaths to resell. They probably do use some Dollar Tree materials, some Hobby Lobby, or they find a supplier and buy it in bulk. I got something else to say about that in a minute. But floral is expensive, so I usually try to stick to mesh and different accessories versus buying floral, because if you're not selling them on the regular or buying them in bulk at a really good price, and it's your full time where you selling them, recouping your money, floral is really, really expensive. But if you love doing floral and it's just a hobby and you just want to do it, do what you do. Your girl can't do that. Floral, that's out the budget right now. I can't do that. I do plan on making some floral ones. I'm going to set up some events this year, and I want to get me some really pretty floral grapevine wreaths. I want to make a few of those just to see how they sell. But Keeping It Simple Crafts, she makes gorgeous wreaths. I love her paint stick wreaths or swags, or some call them swags, some call them wreaths. But she have as centerpieces for your dining room table, your coffee tables, and also for your front doors. But I love her channel, Keeping It Simple Crafts. Gorgeous wreath. Another one that I also watch, I just love just sitting there just watching and see what she comes up with, is My DIY. It's Kathy with My DIY. I love her wreaths, just her everyday wreaths. Not even really, I've seen a few of her videos where she made like holiday themed wreaths or special occasion, but just her everyday, like a nautical type wreath or just something on your front door. Gorgeous wreaths. I love her channel. I mean, I would just sit there and just watch and just see how she did it. Her bestie bow, that's like my go-to, one of my go-to bows for the longest times. I still make it. I just made it for my St. Patrick's Day wreath. But My DIY, I love her wreaths. Gorgeous. And she step by steps walk you through the whole process on how to do the bow, how to do everything. She was one of the very first YouTubers I found, and just was then just sitting there, just that's gorgeous, that's beautiful, just very inspirational. And I found I've done a few bows from watching her videos. You know, it was different, of course, because I don't care who you watch, what you find, you cannot make the exact same wreath as someone else. It can't be done, because something is going to be different, and just somebody making it makes it different. I'm more of I like making themed wreaths, like holiday themed wreaths, and I like using rope, making what do you call that? It's I lost it. I love making them. It's the weave, like getting a wreath frame, or either a round one or a cross one. I really like the cross ones. Weaving rope through it so it could have the whole weave look, and then decorating it with ribbons and maybe a little bit of floral stuff like that. But I love making those types of wreaths. And the cross, I weaved a cross, and I got the whole weaving thing from My DIY. I saw her Easter wreath. She used a cross frame. I was like, I can do that. I love that look. Went out, made it. It was different from hers. She used I think she used some floral in hers. I used a little bit, and she was doing hers more of a the weave, like brownish rope, and then like white ribbon and stuff like that. But me, I went pink girly. But My DIY, love her channel. Also, DIY with Nadia. Nadia, she does compilation videos. She has a ton of compilation videos. She do individual videos, of course, because she wouldn't be able to make the compilation videos without them. But she'll have videos of like Valentine wreaths. She'll have like 6-7 videos, about 2.5 hours long, where you can see all the different wreaths, or St. Patrick's Day, or Christmas, or Memorial Day, red, white, and blue. She just have a ton of videos in like one video, the compilations. I love watching those, different inspiration. I watch her videos just to see what's out there, what people can do. That's really inspirational. And DIY with Nadia, love her channel. Now, a couple of videos, a couple of YouTubers that I watch just occasionally, or if they got a video up and I'm like, I'm getting like a creativity block or want to know something. Jenny's Wreath Boutique. Now, Jenny's Wreath Boutique, all she does is like grapevine wreaths, florals, and she does like she'll have like a wooden base, and then she'll decorate it, stuff like that. She doesn't do mesh. All that mesh right there, y'all, this ain't even half my mesh. The rest of it is in storage. But she doesn't do mesh. All she does is florals, grapevines, that kind of thing. Now, she had a video a couple of years ago. I don't keep up with her channel since I like never really do grapevine wreaths. She did a whole video that I did sit down and watch. It was basically the business of it. She was making a wreath in her new wreath room, and she had a long video explaining the business part of it. And then she also had I was thinking about getting into doing some grapevine wreaths, and she gave a list of suppliers when you joined her email list. I'm not sure if that's still something she's doing, but I joined her email list, got a list of some of the suppliers she recommended, the ones that she used to buy all her florals that are really pretty, that actually look like the flowers instead of, you know, low quality, like cheap stuff. And I just like watching her video, listening to her video, just to explain the back end of it, the business part of it. And she talks about, you know, what it's done for her and her family, how she does it full time, make a good living, able to, you know, take care of her and her family. She's married, you know, this is her full time, and that's really inspirational. So Jenny's Wreath Boutique, when I want to know about the business side, I go to her channel to see what she's sharing. So also, Stillwater Wreath Designs, gorgeous wreaths. I will just watch those. Those are giant. I be like, oh, I see rich people and celebrities who are on a whole nother level compared to just regular rich people. Her wreaths are just, oh, to die for. I love them, and I sit there and I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous. That's just beautiful. Also, I cannot think of his name. At Home with Ramon, I believe his channel. At Home with Ramon. I have to insert it somewhere. But he makes some gorgeous wreaths too. I mean, his are just, he go all out. Christmas time, I watch his videos, and he does the Christmas trees, the fireplace, the mantle. I mean, he just does a whole walkthrough and just decks it out. Those are really, really pretty. I think he's an interior designer or some type of designer. But At Home with Ramon, or Ramon at Home. I think it's Ramon at Home. But like I said, I'll insert it somewhere. Some places to get some materials. I mentioned before, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, craftoutlet.com. I bought some materials from them before. What's crazy is I bought it. I was gonna make one of those giant petals with the whole bumblebee theme, and I was watching videos on it, and I got the heat gun, and I've made petal wreaths before, you know, out of pumpkin, or just use my heat gun to cut up the burlap mesh and stuff like that. I don't know why petals intimidate the crap out of me. I don't know why, but they do. I've been planning to make a petal wreath for like 3 years. Got everything to make it. But every time I get ready to do it, I'll be like, it's not going to turn out right. Let me look at some more videos. Analysis paralysis. I keep studying, and then I'll do it later. But I'm going to make that wreath before the end of spring. I am going to make a petal wreath. I don't care if it's lopsided, crooked, crazy looking. I'm going to make it just to get it out the way so I can see what I'm doing wrong and do better. But I am going to make that petal wreath. But I bought all the materials from craftoutlet.com. Also, here's another channel that I watch. They have different wreath makers on the channel. Oh my light, it's a storm going on. But they have different wreath makers on their channel. And the one guy, it's a guy, and whenever he makes a wreath, I be like, oh, I love that wreath. I don't know his name. I'm going to find him, and I'm going to insert him. But he's part of the Deco Exchange. They have a YouTube channel. They also sell supplies to wreath makers. So I love watching them for different inspiration. And they just, it leaves nothing on the table, and then they just gather up all the materials and they just start making it. And when they finish, ta-da, I'm like, wow. I was like, it's always so interesting to me. When I start off, I have just some materials and a 14-inch wreath frame. And then at the end of it, I have this gorgeous wreath. At least I think it's gorgeous. But I love doing the before and after pictures. Like I'll have just a plain cross base, and then I have the completed cross. And I swear these things be my pride and joy. Oh, so pretty. But I was like, oh, hopefully I can sell it. But I love those before and after pictures when you just have just a plain frame and then the after product. Like, ta-da, look what I did. But y'all, hopefully y'all check out some of the YouTubers that I mentioned. And also, if you haven't done so already, I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. Nowhere near my watch time, but I want that 1,000 subscribers. So if you would, please subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I know, shameless plug, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.